Hey there fellow Pokemon fans, today we've got a super fun video where I'll be using Serena's team. Serena was another one of Ash Ketchum's companions during the X and Y series, and during the anime, we saw that she had a Delphox, Sylveon, and a Pancham. Unfortunately, Pancham isn't available in Scarlet and Violet, but we can use some of her in-game Pokemon like her Meowstic, Clefable, and Altaria. And for the 6th member, we see that she also owns a Whimsicott in Masters. And with that, we've got 6 Pokemon that we can use that are owned by Serena. And while we're on the subject, I've got a whole playlist of anime characters up until Generation 6, so I'll leave a link in the top-hand corner right about there, just in case you fancy checking out some of the previous characters' videos. Oh, and let's do our quick question of the day. What's your favourite Pokemon from Serena's team? Mine's definitely got to be her Altaria, as I just love that Pokemon. But I'd love to know yours, so be sure to let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoy the video and want to join me on my journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more exciting battles. And with all that said, let's jump straight into the games. Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent's got an Iron Valiant, an Annihilate, a Mousehold, Ceruledge, Giratina, and Meowscarada. That's an interesting and tough looking team. I'm going to lead off with my Clefable, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with, eh? So out comes the Mousehold, okie dokie. So this could be a bit scary with the tidy ups and stuff, right? So, wow, look how big my Clefable is compared to that Mousehold. So they might just straight up go for the population bomb, mightn't they? So that's a bit worrisome. I'm going to go for those Stealth Rocks. Alright, so they go for the tidy up. Okay, so this is actually kind of fantastic because this might prompt them to go for a second tidy up now. So, okay, Clefable, let's go for that Stealth Rocks. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Now, we're going to go straight into Whimsicott. And if they go for a second tidy up, we're going to Encore it, right? So let's switch into our Whimsicott immediately. Come on back, Clefable, you've been great. And yeah, okay, so if they have gone for a second tidy up now, we will have basically been able to have done this combo without Clefable taking any damage. So let's see. So there's the second tidy up. Amazing. Okay, so I can't remember the name of the item, but hopefully they're not holding the item that prevents them from being encored, alright? So, okay, they get the +2 in attack and speed. Yep. So, alright. Whimsicott, time to go for that Encore. Here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that Encore. Lovely jubbly. There it is. Now they're locked into going in for tidy up. Fantastic stuff. So, okay. Yep, there's the tidy up. There's no point of me going for a Leech Seed because they will just basically remove it with the tidy up, right? So, okay. They are more than welcome to keep boosting up. Let's go for that Substitute. Here we go. Alright, so they withdraw. Cool. We're going to go for that Substitute for free. Lovely jubbly. So, who's coming in now? Let's find out. It's going to be the Ceruledge. Okie dokie. So, I don't think... Yeah, Ceruledge doesn't have a multi-hitting move that I'm aware of, so we should be okay. But they do have priority, I suppose, with the Shadow Sneak, so there is always that. But we are a defensive variant, so I'm not too worried about that. So, I am now going to go for that initial Leech Seed. Let's do it. So, okay. Whimsicott goes for that Leech Seed. We don't miss. Fantastic. So, we can start draining this. If it is a Focus Sash variant, they will have now we will break it, so that's great to see. So, or I suppose Bitter Blade does get them health back, right? So, okay, fair enough. So, alright, actually, Leech Seed always happens at the end of the turn, so their Focus Sash will always be broken at the end of the turn. So, that's nice to know. So, okay. Substitute fades. Yep. I'm going to go for another Substitute because with the leftovers and also Leech Seed health recovery combination, we are gaining basically majority of our health back that we lose to the Substitute, right? So, okay, nicely done, Whimsicott. So, yep, there it is. So, do we get back up to full? Almost. 3 HP. That's definitely worth it. Let's go for that Substitute. Here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for another Substitute. I really don't mind if they want to just waste all their Bitter Blades, right? So, okay, they just carry on going for the Bitter Blade. That's fine with me. So, Whimsicott, you're doing great, buddy. And yeah, let's see how much health they gain back from the Bitter Blade, right? So, okay, Substitute fades. How much health do you get back, eh? So, is it over? Did you get back up to full? They do, okay. So, this is a bit of a stalemate now with the Leech Seed and the Bitter Blade health recovery combination, right? So, I need to think, what do I want to do against this, eh? So, we get some more Leech Seed, lovely jubbly. But the thing is, if we're just going to be stuck in a combo like this, we're just going to constantly keep taking 3 damage. So now it's 16, right? So gotta keep these things into consideration. So I'm gonna go into my Sylveon. So come on back, Whimsicott, you've been great. we'll take, I don't think we'll take a huge amount of damage, and then we'll get some leftovers and some Leech Seed recovery, so we should be in a good position afterwards, right? So they go for the Bitter Blade again, there it is, okay, so Sylveon takes that relatively well. They do get some health back, but the Leech Seed is going to break it again, so that's always nice to know, so good job, thanking you, Whimsicott, I mean, sorry, okay, so, alright, there's the leftovers, lovely jubbly. Now let's get some of that Leech Seed health recovery, there it is, lovely jubbly. Alright, how much health do we get back, eh? So let's find out, so I don't think this thing's got anything to be able to hit my Sylveon, so I'm going to go for an initial wish. Let's do that. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Cool, so we get the wish for free, and that will give us the ability to get some momentum if we need to switch out, right? So, who's coming out? It's the Mousehold. Okie dokie. So, we go for that wish. Lovely jubbly. And now, I'm wondering, who should I switch into on this, right? Because I think they're probably going to go for the Population Bomb right now, so there is always that chance, right? So yeah, I'm going to go into my Clefable. Let's do that. So, come on back, Sylveon. I'm going to go into my Clefable, and I'll just Moonblast. The reason why I'm not terrestrializing my Sylveon is because if they go for a Tidy Up, I don't want them to hurt me a lot, right? So, there's the Population Bomb. So, we're taking 16 per damage, right? So, if they get 10, that's roughly about 160-ish, right? So, okay, that is a chunk of damage, not going to lie. But, we'll be able to get some good health recovery out from the, damn, that was 10 times from the Wish, right? So, okay, Clefable will get some health back. Lovely jubbly. Good job, thanks for the wish, Sylveon. So there's some more leftovers, lovely jubbly. And I think I need to terrestrialize my Clefable now. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I definitely need to terrestrialize my Clefable. So let's go for that Terra Steel, and then I'm going to go for the, Moonblast. Alright, so here we go. I just basically want to, this thing might be a Focus Sash for all I know, or it might be Wide Lens to not miss the Population Bomb. I mean, but you never know, right? So let's go for that Terra Steel so we can resist the Population Bombs. If we were taking 16 at neutral, we'll be taking 8 resisted, right? So there's the Population Bomb. Yeah, that was 8 damage. Okay, cool. So yeah, we can take multiple of those, and I can go for a Moonblast now after we go for our Moonblast and do some damage to it, right? So, okay. So, blimey, that is a lot. But after the leftovers, we can take one more, right? Even if they get another 10 hits. So, they might be loaded dice for all I know, the way they're getting all these 10 hits, right? So, we get some more leftovers, lovely jubbly, and that confirms we can take another. I mean, I suppose if one of the hits crit, we'd be in trouble, but let's go for that Moonlight regardless, and let's do this. Alright, so, oh, they are going for a Tidy Up, but we are unaware, so we get the Moonlight for free. Fantastic job, Clefable. So, okie dokie. That makes me wonder, should I go for a Calm Mind here? Could go for a Calm Mind, that is true. Because they can only do maximum 80 damage unless they crit with the Population Bombs. But unless they get multiple crits, I think we should, at this range, be able to tank it, right? We're back up to full, that's fantastic. So, Calm Mind might be good against the Giratina or something, right? So, let's go for a Calm Mind. Alright, so they go for another Tidy Up, so we get the Calm Mind for free. Fantastic. Oh my god, Clefable. Let's do it. Alright, so, should I go for a, +2 with Calm Mind? I don't know. I don't even know if, we knock them out at +1. They might just live on, like, 1 or something. So, maybe it's in my best interest to go for another Calm Mind. Yeah, I'm going for one more Calm Mind. So here comes the Population Bombs. Look at that. We're still taking... now they've just realized we're unaware, right? So, Clefable, you're doing amazing, buddy. So, now I'll go for a Moonlight to be able to get all my health back, right? Because I don't want Clefable to be weak. So, okay, fantastic stuff, Clefable. So, alright, we get some more leftovers. We're now +2 in Special Attack and Special Defense. So, alright, Clefable, I'm pretty sure, can now one-shot things like the Annihilate, right? So, that's always great to see. Especially seeing as they'll probably go for a Fighting-type move on us, right? So, okay, Clefable, get some leftovers back. You deserve it, buddy. Fantastic stuff. Now, let's go for a Moonlight. Here we go. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Oh, okay, so are they potentially going into the Iron Valiant or into the Annihilate? Let's find out. So, oh, it's the Meowscarada. Interesting. So, could they be going for a knockoff, maybe? Or maybe they want to trick me. I don't know, but I'm going to take this opportunity to go for a +2 Moonblast. Let's do this, Clefable. So, oh, Brick Break. Okay. So, I think Clefable's tanky enough to tank this, right? So, Clefable barely holds on. Oh, my God. Okay. Good job for holding on, Clefable. Now, knock out this Meowscarada, and down goes that big old threat. So, maybe they were choice banded, because Brick Break's only a 75 base power move, so I wasn't expecting Clefable to take that much damage, right? But we get some more nice leftovers. Lovely jubbly. The only thing is, unfortunately, that we can't... that if they go into Mousehold now, they can definitely take us out, right? So, let's see who's coming out. It is the Ceruledge. Okay, so, I'll go for a Moonlight, and let's see what they go for. Alright, so they go for the Bitter Blade. Fair enough. So, Clefable, thanks for all you've done, buddy. You took a good long rest, and you leave the rest to us, eh? So, okie dokie. What am I going to do against this, eh? I mean, I guess I could go into my Sylveon now. And, do I want to go into Sylveon? Interesting. Let's think about this. So, who have I got, eh? So, can't really do anything with Meowstic, and I can't really do anything with Delphox. Choice Spec Psychic, I guess. But they might have Shadow Sneak. So I'm going to go into my Sylveon. Let's do that. So come on in, Sylveon, buddy. I need your assistance. We'll go for a Wish, and then we'll go from there, right? So, okay, Sylveon, let's go for that Wish. Here we go. All right, so they go for the Bitter Blade. Fair enough. Let's see how much we take. Sylveon takes that relatively well. Good job, buddy. And, yeah, okay, so they might be Poltergeist. So just in case they are, I'm going to go for a Protect now. I think it's in our best interest to Scout. So, okay. Sylveon, good job, buddy. So, Bitter Blade is weaker than Poltergeist, right? So, if they got Poltergeist and they go for it now, they might be able to knock out my Sylveon from this range. So, that's why I'm going to Scout or Protect. So, let's see. So, okay. Sylveon goes for that Protect. Lovely jubbly. Tell me you didn't go for the Sword Dance. Let's find out. So, they have gone for the... Oh, my God. Okay, so, yeah, we are in a pickle right now. So, okie dokie. I am going to go for a... I think I need to go for a Draining Kiss in case we survive one hit, right? So, I'm going to go for... Or is it better to sacrifice someone else? Jeez Louise. Okay, so I'm gonna hard switch into my Whimsicott just on the off chance they go for another Sword Dance, right? So I can't believe that happened. That's so bad. Okay, Sylveon, come on back, buddy. We'll definitely need you for later on. So this bloody Ceruledge, eh? So okay, Whimsicott comes on in. What are you going for? Oh my God, fantastic. We can just encore this. Oh my God, okay. So my opponent got greedy and it's costed them. So okay, fantastic stuff. So Whimsicott gets some more leftovers. Lovely jubbly. And if they switch, we'll basically get back up to full, right? So okay, let's go for that encore. Here we go. All right, so they're withdrawing. Fantastic. Okay, so we have avoided that +4 Ceruledge nightmare, right? So, okay, let's see who's coming out. It is the Annihilate. Okay, so, interesting. I'm going to go for Elite Seed on this. I'm not too sure what they're going to go for, but I don't think they can hurt me with anything. So, yeah, Whimsicott, buddy. Let's go for a Elite Seed. Let's do it. All right, so Whimsicott goes for that Elite Seed. Lovely jubbly. The Annihilate is seeded, so we can get some health back every turn. What are you going for, eh? So, Gunk Shot. Oh my God, Whimsicott, you absolute boss for dodging. Thanks for dodging, buddy. That was bloody clutch. So that would have one-shot us. So we got lucky there. So fair play. I haven't seen that in so long. I'm gonna go for a substitute now, and let's stall this out. All right, so they're withdrawing. Fair enough. So okay, at least the Annihilate took a bit of Elite Seed chip damage, right? So if this game goes to timer, it will come in handy for sure, right? So okay, now that we are locked in, we're in this unfortunate position where I can Elite Seed this thingy, of course, but they're good. But we're going to be stuck in the same unfortunate position. So all right, I will be going for the Elite Seed just to be able to get off some damage. Alright, so Whimsicott, let's go for that Elite Seed. Thanks for not missing, buddy. Okay, this Ceruledge is basically the most difficult thing for me to deal with right now, it would appear, right? So, okay, they just carry on going for the Bitter Blade, right? So, I think if they're Sword Dance, they either have Close Combat or they have Shadow Sneak. So, I think it's probably going to be Shadow Sneak. So, what do I want to do against this, eh? So, they might also be Flash Fire for all I know. I basically need to keep Whimsicott healthy, and I know, and they can't Sword Dance on me, obviously. So it is a pickle that we are in, isn't it? So okay, Whimsicott gets some health back, lovely jubbly. Now I'm gonna go for one more substitute just in case they do something different, right? So Whimsicott goes for that substitute, lovely jubbly. We are now behind the substitute. Let's see what they go for. So they go for another Bitter Blade. So I wonder how many Bitter Blades they've got left. I probably should have been counting, because if they're low, we could obviously potentially PP stall them out with the substitutes. But then again, I don't know how that looks if we go to timer, right? So interesting. So Whimsicott, what are we going to do, eh? So they are literally gaining the amount that they're losing from Elite Seed. So this is a bloody tough battle. So alright, Whimsicott. What are we going to do, eh? So, alright, there's the Elite Seed, lovely jubbly. Now, who am I switching into on this Bitter Blade, right? I wonder if they're... one more substitute, let's do that. Alright, so they're withdrawing, fantastic. So, we got off the substitute for free, so that's amazing. So, let's see who's coming in now. It is the Annihilate. Okay, so I'll take it. Whimsicott, fantastic stuff. So, we'll go for another Elite Seed, and then we can start draining the Annihilate again, right? So, okay. Oh, maybe they've got Taunt on their Annihilate. Maybe they'll taunt me. I don't know. But either way, Whimsicott, fantastic stuff. So, let's go for that lead seed. Here we go. Alright, so, and the battle was cancelled. Oh my, okay, so I guess they didn't want to carry on with the Whimsicott stuff. So, good game to my opponent, and great, good job to all my Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent's got 6 Hitmontop. I don't know what this is, but you know what? I thought, let's record this. So, alright, I'm going to lead off with my Sylveon, and let's do this. Okay, Mr. 6 Hitmontop, so who are you leading off with, eh? So out comes the Hitmontop, of course. So, alright, Sylveon, let's come on in. So, I'm guessing they've got 6 different Hitmontop sets, right? So, this is quite interesting. So, I could just go for an initial Calm Mind, right? I mean, what could they be at best? Technician Bullet Punch, I guess that's the thing, right? So, let's go for a... Or maybe I'll go for a Wish. Let's just see what they go for. Alright, so they're withdrawing, so I guess they're going into a Hitmontop set that can deal with my Sylveon. I don't know. But, okay. So I'm going to go for one Calm Mind now, just to see what they're going to go for, right? So let's go for that Calm Mind. Here we go. Alright, so they're Terrestrializing, so this is making me think this is a Terrasteel Technician Bullet Punch set, right? So I'm confident that Sylveon can tank one hit, though. So exactly, there it is. So it must be Terrasteel Technician Bullet Punch, right? So, okie dokie. Let's see what you're going for, eh? So, of course, there's the Bullet Punch. Cool, cool, cool. So, Sylveon, I got faith in you. Hold on, buddy. So, how much do you take? Sylveon takes that pretty well, 100 damage. So, okay. I can't really stay in on this, though, because I can't really do anything to it. That's the thing, unfortunately. So, I will preserve you, Sylveon, though, because that other Hitmontop obviously didn't want to stay in versus you. So, okay. Sylveon's back to full health. Lovely jubbly. Okay, now, who am I switching into on this, eh? So, do you know what? I'll go into my Delphox. Let's do that. Alright, calm back, Sylveon. I'll go into my Delphox. I'll go for a Choice Specs Flamethrower, and that'll be more than enough to knock this out, right? So, okay, Delphox. Now, it all depends on how much we take from this Bullet Punch, right? So, here comes the Bullet Punch. It's resisted, so the damage will be cut in half. Let's see how much we take. Delphox, you absolute boss. Thanking you. Okay, so, let's fire off that Flamethrower. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Cool, so maybe they're going into an Assault Vest Hitmontop this time. So let's see how much we do with our Flamethrower, right? So, okay, come on in. Delphox, yep, Intimidate, fair enough. Flamethrower time, buddy. Let's get him. So how much do we do, eh? So, oh my god, Hitmontop. Sorry, Delphox, I mean. Amazing stuff. So they might have Fake Out, right? But I think it's worth to just knock this out. So Delphox, Flamethrower, let's do this. Alright, so they go for the Fake Out, fair enough. Delphox takes that really well. Good job, buddy. Now let's just fire off another Flamethrower and let's knock this out. So this might even be their Rapid Spinner for all I know, right? So, okay, Delphox, buddy. Let's go for that Flamethrower. Here we go. Alright, Delphox goes for that Choice Specs boosted Flamethrower and we knock out the first Hitmontop. One Hitmontop down, 5 more to go. So, good job, buddy. Let's see who's next. Alright, so another Hitmontop is coming out. So, what are you going for, Mr. Hitmontop? So, alright, that's confirmed it's Technician, right? Because we didn't see the Intimidate. So I'm going to go into my Clefable just to see what they're going to go for, and maybe we can go for a Stealth Rocks or something, just in case one of their thingies are Focus Sashed, right? So, alright, what are you going for, eh? So, Fake Out, fair enough. So, we can get half of that back from the leftovers. Always nice to see. So, good job, Clefable. And there could be Bullet Punch on this as well. I don't know. But either way, I think it's good to go for a Stealth Rocks. Let's do it. Alright, so... Oh, Thief! Okay, so they're going to steal my leftovers. Okay, fair enough. So, alright, fair enough. That's fair play on their part. So, we go for that Stealth Rocks. Lovely jubbly. And they might be Rapid Spin, I don't know. But it's worth finding out, right? If they haven't got it, we can just go from there. So, I'm going to go for one Calm Mind. Okay, so they got the Bulldoze. Okay, so I don't mind being slower. I'm pretty confident that my Clefable will be slower than every one of their Hitmontops, right? So, okay, nice little +1 on our special attack and special defense. I'll now go for the Moonlight to be able to get all of my health back, and then I'll go for a Moonblast. So, okay, time for that Moonlight. Here we go. Alright, so another Bulldoze incoming. Fair enough. So, it is doing a fair chunk of damage, but it's not a lot compared to how much we can gain back from the Moonlight, right? So, okay, Clefable, there it is. Lovely jubbly. Nice little chunk of health back, and shame we don't have the leftovers, but it's all good. Let's go for another, let's go to +2, let's do it. So, alright, here comes another Bulldoze, and Clefable takes it like a boss. We'll go for one, we'll go for a Moonlight now, and then I'll go for a Moonblast. So, alright, Clefable looks great right now, doesn't it? If they haven't got a way of being able to take out my Clefable, Clefable might just sweep right now. So, okay, let's go for that Moonlight. Here we go. Another Bulldoze incoming, fair enough. So, we're at like -4 speed right now, but that's funny. But Clefable can be the slow, immovable tank. That's fine with me. So, okay, Clefable, almost back to full. Lovely jubbly. Let's go for that Moonblast and let's knock this out. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Oh boy, we get a +2 Moonblast off for 3. So let's see who's going to take this. So, alright, another Hitmontop comes out. So, let's see how you take this Moonblast, right? If your Focus Sash is broken, right? So you're going down, mister. So down goes another Hitmontop. So 2 Hitmontop down, 4 more to go. Alright, so Hitmontop number 3 is coming out. And, oh, this, okay. This is the Terra Steel Bullet Punch one. Okay. I'm going to go into my Altaria, right? I don't want to lose Clefable just yet. I hope Bullet Punch doesn't do too much to my Altaria, but I'm also now wondering whether or not they might have Endeavor. Okay, interesting. So, okay, I hope they haven't got Triple Axle. If they do, they'll knock out my Altaria. But it is what it is, right? So let's go for that Roost and let's find out. So, and the battle was cancelled. Fair play. So good game to my opponent. That was a fun little battle, and great job to all my Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent's got a Haxorus, Inteleon, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Emboar, Sableye, and a Alolan Ninetales. Very cool team, I love it. I'm going to lead off with my Delphox, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with, eh? So out comes the Sableye, okay. I'm not too worried about anything this can really go for against me, right? I think I'm going to go for a Choice Specs Dazzling Gleam. That should be enough to knock it out, right? So, I mean, they could be a full Special Defensively variant. But I don't feel too worried about this, so let's just straight up go for that Dazzling Gleam. Let's do it. Alright, Delphox goes for that Choice Specs Dazzling Gleam. Knock him out, buddy, and oh my god, it lives on 1. I should have Terrestrialized. And they've gone for a foul play. Hold on, Delphox. Delphox holds on. Okay, fair play. Okay, fair play. Let's go for another Dazzling Gleam. At least the Sableye is really low, right? So they're withdrawing. Fine with me. The Sableye is really weak, so it's a shame that I probably should have Terrestrialized. They're going into Ninetales, fair enough. So let's see how much we do with the Choice Specs Dazzling Gleam, right? So they're probably going to Aurora Veil here, but you know what? Damage is damage, so good job, Delphox, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to switch into my Whimsicott on them going for an Aurora Veil, right? I doubt that if they go for a Blizzard, fair play on them, but I think they're going for an Aurora Veil. So, okay, Whimsicott, come on in. Okay, so what are you going for, eh? So, Aurora Veil, there it is. So now I can Encore this, and then maybe I should have gone for the Stealth Rocks with Thingy, actually. But either way, I'm going for that Substitute. Oh, shoot. I went for Substitute instead of Encore. Okay, so at least they withdraw, right? So my accident worked out in my favor. Fair play. So, Hawks is coming out. Who is that, eh? So, Emboar. Okay, so I could just go for Elite Seed here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Elite Seed because we're Prankster, so we're always going to be faster. And if they go into Sableye, I can just Moonblast it, can't I? So, yeah, alright. So, there's the leftovers. Lovely jubbly. The only thing that would need to happen is we don't miss our Elite Seed, right? So let's go for that Elite Seed. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that Elite Seed. We don't miss, thankfully. Good job, buddy. Now, are they physical or special? Let's find out. So, what are you going for, eh? So, they're going for the Flare Blitz. Okay, so fantastic. They'll be taking recoil damage each time. So they'll be weakening themselves from their attack and also from the Elite Seed. So, okay, we can just keep just pressing Substitute. Fantastic stuff. So, okay, this Emboar is no threat to my Whimsicott. Good job, buddy. So, there's the leftovers. Lovely jubbly. And the Elite Seed might even get us back up to full, or almost, right? So that's great. Good job. Okay, so they must be going for a switch right about now. I assume they must be, unless they want to keep spamming this. But we're getting back up to full each time, so let's carry on going for those substitutes. Alright, so, okay. If you want to keep spamming that, that's fine with me. I'm more than happy to trade my Whimsicott not having a substitute at the end of you switching if you want to trade your Emboar for it, right? So, okay, let's do it, Whimsicott, buddy. And, yep, substitute fades. There it is. Okay, so, yep, there's the recoil. And snow has stopped, okie dokie. And we're also wasting Aurora Veil turns, right? So that's the best part of all of this. So, okay, Whimsicott. Yep, there's the Elite Seed. Fantastic. So, how much do we get back up to, eh? So, from 135 to 162. Amazing. Let's go for another substitute. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Cool, so we get the substitute for free. And whatever comes in potentially can be Elite Seeded as well, right? So, Hax the Kalos champion. Haxorus, okay. So, I can always Encore this if they go for, like, any type of Sword Dance or anything, so not too sure what they could go for. Maybe they got Iron Head, that's always true, but then we'll be in the exact same position as we were last time, right? So, I love these Elite Seed substitute sets on Grass-type Pokemon, it's so fun to use. So, let's go for that Elite Seed, here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that Elite Seed, and we don't miss. Fantastic job, buddy. So, we can start draining this Haxorus slowly as well. And yeah, the Sableye's almost knocked out, the Emboar's almost at half. and they got the poison jab. Cool, okay. So, yeah, we're in the exact same situation that we were against the Emboar, right? I can just keep substituting, and they'll slowly get drained, right? So, and yeah, the more damage Whimsicott does to each of their members, the better Delphox or something can come in later and finish up, right? So, okay, there's some more Leech Seed, fantastic stuff. So, yeah, this is my first time using a Whimsicott, by the way, and it's just so it's so good. Let's go for another substitute. Here we go. All right, so Whimsicott goes for that substitute, lovely jubbly, and yeah, okay. So, are you going for another poison jab? They are indeed. So, okay, Haxorus once they Dragon Dance up and stuff can be a massive threat. But Prankster Encore is just so fun to use, so good job Whimsicott, buddy. So, okay, yeah, we get some more leftovers, lovely jubbly, and then we're also going to get the Leech Seed again for the third time, and once again we'll go for another substitute. So, Whimsicott, you're doing it, buddy. So, okay, they get sapped by some Leech Seed, fantastic stuff. So, okay, good job Whimsicott. Let's go for another substitute, here we go. Alright, Whimsicott goes for another substitute, there it is, okay, so I guess we might be going back and forth with these substitutes until the Haxorus fades, right? So, okay, good job, buddy. And, yeah, substitute takes the damage. Now, substitute fades. Yeah, and once again, we'll be getting more leftovers and then Leech Seed recovery, right? So, we're taking such minimal damage each time, thanks to all the health recovery we're getting, that they're going to go down way before we even sweat, right? So, good job, Whimsicott, buddy. And, yep, the Haxorus is slowly getting weaker and weaker. And, yeah, 136. Okay, Aurora Veil has worn off. Yep. Let's go for a substitute. Here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that substitute. Lovely jubbly. And, yeah, okay, so I wonder if it's worth me going for a Terra Poison. If I go for Terra Poison, we'll definitely be able to potentially keep the substitute after one hit, right? Because I am full defense ED'd on my Whimsicott, right? With a bold nature. So, maybe that's something worth considering. So, who would they have in the back that could potentially hurt me, though? Ninetales couldn't. Sableye couldn't. Interesting. So, I'm just going to keep going for those substitutes. So, okay, Whimsicott keeps going for those substitutes. Fair enough. So, okay. Alright, Haxorus going for another poison jab, I assume. There it is. Okay, so, yeah, Whimsicott is looking really good. Maybe I should Terra Poison, but I feel like maybe I should keep doing this till the Haxorus is completely weakened. So that the final turn is them getting knocked out by the Leech Seed while we're still behind the substitute, right? The only bloody shame would be is if we somehow broke the sub, but I don't think if we resist it and if we're full defensive that that they'll do more than 25% damage, right? So, yeah, okay. One more substitute. We've got to do this at least 2 or 3 more times, unfortunately. So, Whimsicott goes for another substitute. Lovely jubbly. And, yeah, okay, so what are you going for? Another poison jab? Yep, there it is. Alright, Whimsicott, I got faith in you, buddy. Alright, so, yep, the substitute fades. Once again, we are going to get some more Leech Seed and leftovers recovery. There it is. Fantastic stuff. So, yeah. Unfortunately, if they choose to carry on like this, we will have to go for another 2 or 3 more turns. But we can figure it out, right? So, okay, Whimsicott, enjoy all that health back, and let's keep going for those substitutes. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for another substitute. Fantastic stuff. So, okay, show me that poison jab again, and there it is. Okay, so Whimsicott substitute fades once again. Yep. And yeah, alright, so once again, we will be getting more leftovers and Leech Seed recovery. Yep. And okay, so I think one more round. Let's see how much they take from this Leech Seed damage, right? So, I don't know if it's enough, to be honest. Do I think they survive with 1 more health? I'm going to go for that Terra Poison. I'm going to go for that substitute. Let's do it. Alright, come on, Whimsicott. Let's do this, buddy. So, we're going to turn into a Poison type, and then our substitute will take the Poison Jab, and then if I haven't seen it wrong, they should go down to the Leech Seed, right? So, okay, Terra Poison Crown on our Whimsicott's head. Here we go. So, okay, Whimsicott goes for that substitute. There it is. Now, show me that poison jab. Show me that poison jab. And there's the poison jab. Now, the sub shouldn't break. Show me that the sub doesn't break. Okay, so the substitute took the damage and the sub didn't fade. Amazing. So, there's some more leftovers. Lovely jubbly. Now, get knocked out to the Leech Seed. Come on, tell me it knocks him out. If it survives on 1, I'll be so... No, okay, fantastic. It knocks it out. Amazing. So, down goes the Haxorus. My Whimsicott is still behind the substitute, and things are looking good. Good job, buddy. Enjoy that leftovers. You have deserved it. So, alright. Who do we think they'll send in next, eh? Alright, so, Dark Lugia's coming back out, which was the Sableye. Okay. well, I am more than happy to just Moonblast this, right? I'm pretty confident I'm faster than it, so let's go for that Moonblast. Here we go. Alright, so they go for the taunt. Do you know what? I'm behind the substitute, so I'm more than fine with just knocking out this Sableye, right? So, Whimsicott, fire off that Moonblast and knock out this Sableye. Finish up what Delphox started. Amazing. So, their second Pokemon goes down. Great job, Whimsicott. And yeah, Whimsicott will get another round of leftovers. We can't taunt for another... We can't do any other moves for another 2 turns, unfortunately. But I can always just Moonblast whatever comes in when they waste a turn getting rid of my substitute, right? So let's see. Alright, so Papa the Gourmet's coming out, which is the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Okay, I'm more than happy to fire off a Moonblast to see if we can get a special attack drop, right? So Whimsicott being faster goes for that Moonblast. Alright, show me... Okay, special attack drop. We don't get it. Okay, fair enough. They go for the Earth Power. Okie dokie. I'm going to go into my... Altaria now, I reckon. I still want to keep Whimsicott because it's going to be useful against anything that wants to set up later on or something, right? So, okay, good job, Whimsicott, buddy. Now, they're leftovers as well. Fair enough. Okay, so, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I run leftovers on mine as well, right? So, I think, do they have... Auroravel's gone, right, isn't it? So, yeah, it is gone, yeah. So, I'm going to go into my Altaria so we can soak up this Earth Power. If they go for Blood Moon, we'll definitely survive it, and I'm confident my Altaria is faster, so I can just go for a Roost afterwards, right? So, Altaria comes on in. They go for the Earth Power. Fantastic. Okay, so, now I'm going to go for a Fire Spin on their Blood Moon. That will essentially negate their leftovers, and Fire Spin Vortex damage does a little bit more than leftovers recovery, right? So, we'll slowly weaken them. So, Fire Spin, let's do this. Alright, so Altaria goes for that Fire Spin, doesn't miss. Fantastic job, buddy. Now, I assume they're going for the Blood Moon, right? So, oh, Calm Mind. Okay, so they're going to go for one big, massive Blood Moon. Okay, so that's kind of scary. I'm faster, so I can't Roost afterwards, right? So, alright, I can just keep going for the... Fire Spins. I'm going to go for that Perish Song now, and hopefully we can survive hits to be able to knock this out, right? So, yeah, let's go for that Perish Song. Alright, okay, so Altaria goes for that Perish Song. There it is. I'm assuming they're going for a Blood Moon. Let's see it. So, alright. Pokemon will faint in 3 turns. Here comes the Blood Moon. Hold on, Altaria, buddy. Hold on. And, oh my god, Altaria barely holds on. Okay, so that did... Jeez, okay, 133, okay, so I think we can survive a couple of turns with the Roosts, right? So, alright, they are getting leftovers, but it gets negated by the Fire Spin, so, alright, Altaria, I got faith in you, buddy. Hopefully they don't get a couple of high rolls, otherwise we'll be in trouble. So, yeah, Altaria's Perish count down to 3, and I've always got Meowstic's Focus Sash, right? So, let's go for that Roost. Come on, Altaria. Alright, so Altaria goes for that Roost. They can't go for the Blood Moon 2 times in a row, so hopefully they haven't gone for an Earth Power being Big Brain. They went for a straight-up Calm Mind. Okay, so they are going to try to obliterate me in one go, right? So, boy, oh boy, Altaria, what are we going to do, eh? So, okay, we get some more leftovers, and I'm forced to go for that Roost, right? I don't think we can take another Blood Moon, unfortunately, but I think we should be able to... Fire Spin at least is keeping them weakened, right? So that's good to see. So, okay, maybe I should have predicted that Calm Mind and gone into Whimsicott, but I didn't want to risk it so much, right? So... Okay, I'm going to go for the Roost. Let's do it. Okay, so Altaria goes for the Roost. So if they knock me out, that's fine. Then I'll go into my Meowstic and then I'll Nasty Plot. So here comes the Blood Moon. Hold on, buddy. And Altaria. Oh, God, they crit me. Okay. Well, I guess I feel like they would knock me out anyway. So I'm glad they got the crit there, right? So thanks for all you've done, Altaria. Their Perish count will now fall down to 1. I'm going to go into my Meowstic and I'm going to Nasty Plot. If they want to stay in, they'll knock themselves out, right? So, okay, Meowstic, come on in, buddy. I need your assistance. So, Meowstic the Sleepy, come on in. Now, let's go for that Nasty Plot. Here we go. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Cool, so we get the Nasty Plot for free. So, fantastic stuff. So, okay, nice little +2. Dimir, the Galar champion, is that the Inteleon? It is, okay. So, I feel pretty confident that a +2 Psyshock will be enough to knock this out, right? So, I've got the Focus Sash. I'm not too worried about this thing knocking me out. Let's go for that Psyshock, and let's do this. Alright, so here comes the Sniper Shot. Hold on, Meowstic. Meowstic holds on. We go for that +2 Psyshock. Knock him out, buddy. Knock him out, and down goes the Inteleon. Fantastic job, Meowstic. Okay, so let's see who's next. Alright, so Hawks is coming out. Let's see who's out. Oh, the Emboar. Okay. We're definitely faster than this, unless they're Choice Scarf, but I'm going to... Have they terrestrialized yet? They They haven't, have they? So I'm just going to go for that Psyshock and let's see regardless, right? Alright, so... Oh, Sucker Punch! Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Fair play on my opponent's part. Okay, fair enough. So, Sucker Punch on the thingy. So, I can't go into Delphox. No, no, no. Sorry, I'm going into my Whimsicott and I'm going to Encore this. Okay, come on in, Whimsicott, buddy. They might think that, what am I going to do, right? So, I haven't revealed Encore, so let's go for it. Alright, so, damn, okay, fair play. They expected the Encore. Fair play, okay, so maybe they are choice items. So, Snow the Alola Champion. Okay, so that's the Ninetales. Yep. So, I'm now going to go for the, I think I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed because they're definitely going for the Aurora Veil, right? And I want to be able to weaken this as quickly as possible. So, and I'm not too worried about a Blizzard or anything. So, let's go for that Leech Seed. Here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that Leech Seed. Lovely jubbly. Now, what is the Ninetales going for, eh? So, Ninetales gets seeded. Yep. Freeze Dry, I'm pretty confident we can tank it. Hold on, Whimsicott. Whimsicott tanks it like a boss. Good job, buddy. We get some leftovers. They're going to get slowly drained. And now we're going to go for the Substitute. And I don't think they can win now because there's less than 2 minutes left on the clock, right? So, okay, Whimsicott, you have been the MVP of this battle. Good job, buddy. So, yep, we get some more leftovers. Lovely jubbly. Let's go for that Substitute. Here we go. Alright, so Whimsicott goes for that Substitute. They're either going to waste a turn going for Aurora Veil or they're going to go for a Freeze Dry. Let's find out. They're going for the Freeze Dry. That's totally fine with me. The time is ticking. Less than 60 seconds as we literally speak. So I can just keep going for those substitutes and leftovers, and Leech Seed will be enough to sustain us, right? So, okay. Whimsicott, you've been amazing, buddy. So, okie dokie. There's some more leftovers. Lovely jubbly. And yeah, okay. So there's the Leech Seed. And yeah, they must hate Whimsicott at this point. It's done so much work against their team. So, okay, they just couldn't break through it. Sometimes if you don't have the tech, you just can't break through it. It happens. So, let's go for that Substitute. Here we go. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever pressed this Substitute this much in a battle before. It's kind of funny. So, okay, there's the Freeze Dry. Yep. Less than 25 seconds left on the clock. Probably enough time for one more battle, maybe 2 more turns. But, yeah. We are going to gain it. No, there's definitely not enough time for 2 turns. 1 more will be fine, and I will just press Substitute for the sake of it, right? So, okay, there's the leftovers, and there's the Leech Seed, and I've got less than 6 seconds now, so maybe I won't have enough time. So, okay, 2. Well, I guess I don't. So I'll go for the Substitute, and let's see if it's enough. So it wasn't. Time to run out, and yeah, we won. Good game to my opponent, and yeah, great job to all my Pokemon. That was a fun battle. Boosh! What a smashing set of games, am I right? Serena's team is actually pretty dang strong and was able to hold its own very well against the players of Scarlet and Violet. For my first time using a Whimsicott, I certainly wasn't disappointed, that's for sure. And yeah, if you enjoyed watching Serena's team dominating our opponents, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know what's your favourite Pokemon from Serena's team down below in the comments. I always love seeing people's favourites. And with all that said, there should be a couple of videos popping up right about now that YouTube thinks you'll love, so why not give one of those a try after this? Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Cheers!